Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty Racing League DRL TV. Tonight we are here in the Winter Oval Series, and as soon as I put the N in there, if it'll let me. And I think that's spelt right. I don't know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight for 100 laps. Tonight, joining me in the booth is JP. How you doing tonight, JP?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to tonight's race. It should be action-filled, and I'm looking forward to see who will come out with the victory.
Well, we got pretty much the same track conditions that we had last night, minus 10 mile an hour on the wind. We are stuck at about 2 mile an hour on the wind instead of 12, but everything else seems to look about the same. Picks tonight, JP. Who you got?
Well, right now, just judging off qualifying, I think I'm going to have to go with Getty Buckner, who's currently sitting on the pole. Still got a couple of drivers left, but he seems to be pretty fast tonight. I know he was pretty fast last night in the A-split race, so I'm going to pick him as the.
Yeah, I like Buckner myself, but I'm gonna go with Sleeping Bowman. I am. I'm gonna go with Sleeping Bowman because he's gonna sneak up on you when you least expect it, and if he can manage to get out of all these wrecks, drive through them, and walk away with a clean car here tonight, yeah, I think Mr. Bowman might come away with it. Even though he is just now in the top 5, Lemon did Lemon did a heck of a job the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Very fast on the track. He had a great finish, and I'm looking to see more of the same this week.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he did come home with a top 5 again here this evening. I mean, he's really become a really good stock car driver, but he's also learned to be aggressive too. So I don't know if that's a great combination or not, but it definitely paying off for him though, ain't it?
It absolutely is, and as we progress into the 2019 season, I can definitely see him getting some wins under his belt.
Yeah, really would like to see him come back out and be real strong next season. You know, because I mean, he really struggled last season, did he not?
He definitely went through some ups and downs throughout the season, that is for sure. As we have completed qualifying, it looks like 2 drivers have not set a qualifying time. It looks like one of them actually is not in the lobby, so I'm not sure if the other driver attempted, but be on the lookout for a possible drive-through penalty for those.
Alrighty, and we're going to try to get set through the grid here. Graphics may work or not. They always seem to mess me up. All right, we got Getty Buckner on the pole, Mike Lemon second, Jarrett Rogers third, Richard Springer's fourth, Taylor Bowman fifth, Randy Baker sixth, Tehran Sine is seventh, Jordan Larson is eighth, Eric Witherholt's ninth, Aston Collins 10th, Matthew McCann's 11th, Adam Ferry is 12th, David Lindell's 13th, Dustin Jones is 14th, Jeffrey Meyer 15th, Kyle Bingham is 16th, Martin Wenzel 17th, Josh Sleater is 18th, and Ashton Slice is 19th. And I believe that's going to be it, except for the drivers that did not register or show up for qualifying.
One driver to look out for tonight is the number 7 of Jarrett Rogers, currently the points leader. He has a 20-point lead over second place with 2 races remaining in the race. If he can put together a solid one tonight, I think he will all but lock it up for next week.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest story here tonight is Rogers. how much of a gap that he can gain over top of second place. If he can get a big enough gap to where all he has to do is show up, he will walk away with the championship. A rookie driver coming into this league, winning the championship for our Winter Oval Series, which will give him a lot of bragging rights going into next season.
Unfortunately, tonight he will start with the EOL due to an incident at the prior week's race. But 100 long laps here, I'm sure he'll get back to the front in no time.
Well, at least there ain't a stop and go penalty.
Absolutely. And pace cars entering 3 and 4, we're about to go green. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, you know, I really would not mind him going ahead and starting in the back of the pack anyway, being the championship points leader. That's probably about the smartest call he can make, even if it was not his own call. And ladies and gentlemen, I have updated trading paints. I don't know what's going on, but I do see several cars that do not have paint. I don't know if it's because they didn't load their paint on that car or what. Getty Butler got him a really good start, but the mess back here, 3 and 4 wide, is just crazy. We got the 88, the 53, the 84, and the 2, all 4 wide, and they are still struggling to try to find a hole. This is absolutely madness.
Yeah, a lot of action early on. Hopefully these guys can settle down before something big happens. We still got 98 left.
Well, Lindell, I mean, he's trying to stay out of everybody's way. Even though he's on the bottom, he's just getting railroaded. And people are shooting right through the middle and across his nose. I mean, this is some exciting racing.
Looks like everyone's starting to settle down. Good job by the 88, keeping himself out of trouble. He's able to find a spot in line, and he'll have to climb his way.
Inside there's Lindell did co-broadcast with me last night, and he did a really good job. As we got, you know, back here in the back, we're just looking around and messing around. We'll jump back up front real quick. We got Getty Buckner still up front. Eric Weatherholt's is second, and Ashton Slice is third, followed by Richard Springer and Tanner Bowman. So yeah, my pick, Tanner Bowman's doing really good. He's just gonna sit right there and wait. And why is it showing him? Do we got lap cars already? I guess not. I guess I was just looking at the timing screen wrong. But Bowman is right where I want him to be, sitting right there in third, waiting on a mistake by Getty Buckner and Mike Lemon. If either one of them two can make a mental or a physical mistake here tonight, you can guarantee that Mike Springer, Richard Springer, or Bowman both will be right there to pounce on it. I didn't even see that Richard Springer was in this race here tonight. As this track progresses, more and more of these drivers are going to be running and searching for a higher and higher line here this evening. And that's when Richard Springer will come in, because Highline Springer loves to run the high line. He's figured out how to do it and has been really successful at it. What do you think, JP?
Yeah, he definitely knows how to work that high line. We're going to keep an eye on him throughout this race. As the tires wear out, people will be moving to that high line, and I think he'll be able to gain some spots as this run continues.
Well, I just love the fact that Bowman is sitting right where he's at. We got a battle back here between Dustin Jones and Jeffrey Meyer, and we do have a yellow flag, so Austin Collins looks like he's going to be part of that, and it looks like Josh Sleater was as well. Don't think that. Well, let's just take a look before I say anything. Looks like the 44 of Josh Sleater actually was the cause of that. And I think he's going to break loose. He caught that apron right there. And that's all it takes. He's going to come back right in the middle of the track, and then he's going to get tagged by I don't know.
The 44.
I didn't get to see where he got tagged at, but
Neither cars made contact. The 77 actually was able to avoid him. However, he did end up hitting the wall while avoiding the 44. The 44 has no damage out of that, just a little spin after clipping the apron.
okay. Well, that sounds great. I mean, what a way to come back out of that wreck right there is to come out with very minimal damage or whatever. As we got Jeffrey Meyer, who decided to stay out. I don't know if Meyer knows this is it or not, but he just ran 9 laps. We saw last night that the tire management was very crucial here tonight. Followed by Getty Buckner, Tater Bowman, Mike Lemon, and Richard Springer. So Bowman got a spot over top of Mike Lemon. So way to go, Bowman. What in the world? Do we still got... Our top 10 so far is Jeffrey Meyer, Getty Buckner, Tater Bowman, Mike Lemon, Richard Springer, Jordan Larson, Adam Ferry, Tehran Sine, and Eric Witherholtz, followed by the last driver, Ashton Slice. Not too bad of a job here tonight for these gentlemen. Getting around this little old speedway here. I say it's little. It's really not that little. It is actually a 1.5 mile around this track, so it's pretty much a cookie cutter track. This is what I like to call them. They're just thrown in little egg-shaped type of tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, our next race is going to be at Miami. It's going to be our final race, is it not, JP?
Yes, it will be, and we'll be crowning champions of both the A split, B split, and on the Winter Road Series side of things. So next week is championship week, and then we'll head into the 2019 season, starting with the Cup Series shootout and dual.
Well, I can't wait to see some of them races as we get set. Our next broadcast is actually going to be at Myrtle Beach. It's going to be for our Pro Series, so join in Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, for that. As Jeffrey Meyer is going to bring them down really, really nice and calm, slow. He's going to, I imagine as soon as that pace car gets pretty much clear off the track, he's going to be gone. As we are working 10 laps into this 100 race, pace car is in. Meyer's down and away, and Getty Buckner is trying his best to get around Tater Bowman to secure him in that second spot. Bowman not giving it up without a fight.
Looks like Getty will prevail on that high line. We'll see if Tater Bowman has anything for him. As Mike Lemon's going to look to the inside of Tater Bowman to take that third.
And he had a heck of a run. He shot by him like Bowman was sitting on the brakes. Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say about that.
Tater Bowman not giving up, as it looks like he'll be able to clear Michael Lemon as they head into. And there goes Getty Buckner on to the inside of Jeffrey Meyer for the lead. It looks like he'll be able to clear him on the backstretch.
This is some good racing as Bowman now takes off to the inside of Meyer. Meyer says, man, I just wanted to ride up here for a little while. I think I'll find me a hole back here in the back somewhere.
Yeah, he's dropping back. He's going to be in 5th place now.
Well, you know, I've noticed that about him. He tries to.
Ooh, car on the wall behind him. Looked like the Reese's Pieces 32.
That's be Tehran Sane.
He's able to keep it straight though, but he pounded the outside wall entering turn one.
See, I knew that my paints were not right.
Yeah, there has been issues with trading paints all week long ever since the update. As we have Mike Lemon looking back to the inside, Tatum Bowman, that will be for second.
Okay, no, there's nothing I can do with that. So I guess we're.
And we have a caution.
Maybe Sidarius? It is Sidarius. Let's take a look and see what happens with Mr. Darius here. As, who was that, the 8?
The 8 of Randy Baker hit the apron just like the previous caution and wasn't so lucky. Ended up getting hit a couple times, so he'll have major damage to repair.
Wow, Wenzel's involved in that. Lindell misses it. Okay, well, while we're under yellow, I'm going to try and to fix trading paints. No, I can't do that because if I do that, then my OBS will black out everything. So it looks like we're stuck with what we got. So I'm sorry. I apologize for the paints, ladies and gentlemen, but there's nothing I can do about it if trading paints wants to be like this. The fight is going to be for getting off of pit road right now between Bowman and Mike Lemon. Richard Springer and Getty Buckner decided to stay out. So did Jeffrey Meyer, Dustin Jones, Jarrett Rogers, and Kyle Bingaman. All those drivers decided to stay out, which is now reverting back to our top 6 drivers in this race.
One key name that is missing from tonight's race is last week's winner, James Lorello, who was unable to make it tonight.
Well, that's a crying shame. I like to see old Lorello race. Well, my pick is doing pretty good here this evening. Of course, now he is sitting all the way back in the 8th place right now. Mr. Bowman is on pit road, and he better hurry up if he's going. There you go, Mr. Bowman. I was in replay mode, duh.
So far, 2 early cautions, both by drivers hitting the apron in turn 1. I have a feeling that's going to be a theme here tonight. Hopefully, these guys will move up the track as the rubber gets laid down, and we'll be able to have some green flag racing for the end.
Yeah, I hope that's not going to be a trend. We had a trend last night. Don't remember exactly how many cautions we had. I think it was 6 or 7. But right now we are working caution number 2 for 6 laps. So I hope that doesn't continue on. I would really love to see a long green flag run, maybe a green flag pit stop.
In last night's race, we had a opening 30-lap run. Little trouble after that. We did have another green flag run in it, but in the end, it was a great race between Ryan Hesgard and Wade Hustad, and Ryan Hesgard was able to stay in front of Hustad, picking up his first win in the Winter Series.
Yeah, that was an awesome finish like last night with Hustad and Presnall just getting together ever so gently and stacking up the field, and Hesgard shot through it and was the one who prevailed over that situation, and then ultimately ends up winning the race due to that the next to last caution that we had. As the pace car is in and we are ready to go back green flag racing, Butner brings him down slow. He's down and away, and we are green flag racing once again. Wow, Lemon's wasting no time to try to come back up through the field. He is currently working the 65. What is...
Ooh, Jeffrey Meyer had trouble coming off turn 4. Richard Spring is going to take advantage, and Jerry Rogers looking to his inside for third.
It's a lot of tight racing going on right here. Three wide back here. Kyle Bingham, Adam Ferry, Bowman almost getting into the mix of this as well. I mean, I wonder if these drivers know that 4 wide don't work.
And Mike Lemon's going to take him 3 wide.
Mike Lemon on the apron, all the way driving it down on the apron. There is a lot of aggression going on here. 35 says he don't like what he sees right there. And of course the 35 is going to be Kyle Bingham. He backs out of it and says, no, not me. I don't want to be a part of this mess. We're going to continue to watch this mess until they bring out the yellow, because that's probably exactly what's getting ready to happen.
Adam Ferry able to clear Mike Lemon. And Mike Lemon's going to look to the inside of him now as they come off turn.
Getty Butler got a really good jump on top of Richard Springer. But this right here is what we're going to be watching, because it's the biggest mess right now.
Yeah, the 39 had to check up before getting into the back end of Adam Ferry. Looks like everyone's able to sort it out, but this is a fantastic racing that we're watching right now.
I mean, these drivers are going to town like they got 10 laps to go back here in the back. And they're racing for 10th place, it looks like. All this is basically for 10th place. As we got 65 of Adam Slice making his way up underneath the 39 of Dustin Jones. Jones not giving that thing up pretty lightly, though. Did I just see Lemon?
Yeah, Mike Lemon was able to execute the pass on Jeffrey Meyer.
Lot of little battles going on.
Yeah, it looks like the top 7 have now single filed out.
Weatherholt stuck back here in traffic. Can't seem to find his way through it as he tries to make a move up underneath Adam Slice. Ashton Slice. I don't know why I keep calling him Adam. It looks like these drivers have calmed down a little bit. Everybody's trying to get single file, it looks like.
We have Eric Weatherholt and Josh Sleater side by side.
Yeah, this battle's been going on for like last couple of laps here between Weatherholtz and Sleater.
And now Adam Ferry's making a move on Jeffrey Myers to enter turn 3.
It looks like he's going to try to pull the 39 with him of Dustin Jones. I mean, this is just a little crazy little race right here in the back, as everybody else is single file. Not really battling it out or making any moves.
Since the restart, Jeffrey Meyer has just been dropping back. I don't know if this is strategy or if he's just not able to find the handling in this car.
Probably most likely with him is probably just trying to get the feel of the track and everything.
Ooh, the 32 almost hits the 12. He's able to stay off him, however. And they're going to be 3 wide.
These gentlemen really are putting on a really good show here this evening. as they continue to search for a line that will get them around this track faster and faster. Uh, just don't know how this is going to work out for uh, Jeffrey Meyer, as he is still struggling to basically get out of everybody's way. He just doesn't seem to think that he needs to be up front right now. So, maybe he'll slow down and get to the back and just ride until like 20 to go or so. We're gonna jump back up front if ATVO will let me. Getty Buckner is our leader, followed by Richard Springer, Jordan Larson, and then this is where you get to the battle of the Mike Lemon, and now Larson is trying to do battle. Looks like Tater Bowman's sitting right there in the catbird seat saying, okay, boys, don't wreck out in front of me, but if you do, I'm going to take your spot away from you.
The two drivers I like this the most is Getty Buckner and Richard Springer, as they have already checked out, but as long as these guys battle behind them, they'll be able to continue their distance and just have to worry about one another. They won't have to worry about third on.
I would love to see my pick Bowman get up there with those two drivers, because if he can get up there, then he stands a really good shot at winning this race. I probably should have went with Highline Springer, just because I know that he's really good at some of these tracks here, the 1.5 miles where you really need to run the high line to roll through to keep momentum going and not burn up that right front tire. But I chose Tater because I know that he sleeps. He just sits there and waits. He's calm, he's cool, he's collective, he's patient. And he's patiently working the inside of Jordan Larson right now, as we saw Mike Lemon do, and finally take over that third spot. Now, Bowman's going to try to do the same thing. It's probably going to take him a lap or two to do it. And I think he's got him clear once he gets down.
I've actually been watching these lap times, and Richard Springer is gaining about 0.5 a lap on Getty Buckner. He's already gained 0.3 over the last 5 laps.
I'm sure Getty Buckner's aware of that, but sure it's not too much of a concern for him, as everybody's going to have to come down pit road, especially the top 5. They have 23 laps on their tires. I don't imagine that they'd want to be out there more than 45 or 50. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds about right. We have a little under 70 to go, so I'm guessing they'll probably do at least a stop around lap 60, just to top off and make it to the end on a fresh 4-set.
Well, Adam Ferry and the two of Jordan Larson almost made contact right there, as I was closely watching this battle right here. And we got Ashton Slice. He's sideways. Hang on to it, bud. Wow. I mean, he did a heck of a job to keep from bringing that yellow out and coming back across the track and wrecking. That car was completely sideways.
Yeah, just another case of a driver hitting the apron there. The apron's pretty tricky at this track. He did a fantastic job keeping it straight.
Well, we continue searching for battles on the track.
We actually have a side-by-side, 2 rows deep for 10th place, back with Eric Weatherholtz, Dustin Jones.
Hell, come on, ATVO. Well, the battle will be over with by the time I get on it.
Sidarius Jackson now in the mix.
Finally. Yeah, Weatherholtz is now doing battle with the 39. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words right now. It's the server messing up because Getty Buckner has just dropped from the race. Oh, there he comes back. I mean, it showed him completely out of the server.
Nope, he is still the lead, and this battle for 10th continues to heat up between these drivers.
And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest battle we got going on. I mean, we got a little small battle up here between Ashton Slice and Josh Sleater, but wow. I mean, the 53 just drove it in hard on the outside right there. That's Matthew McCann to try to get around Dustin Jones. And now Dustin Jones is going to be attacked from the inside by Teron Sine. And Weatherholtz looks like he's going to try to follow through on that mark as well. Let's see how this fares out. Dustin Jones is still on the outside. Weatherholtz has got him clear now. I mean, Slice has got him. Sine has got him cleared. I can't see. Now it looks like the 35 is going to take him on the outside. That's Kyle Bingaman. Thought better of it.
Thaddeus Jackson going to look on the outside of Kyle Bingaman now.
Awesome racing back here in the back.
Looks like Thaddeus Jackson might have some momentum. Kyle Bingaman backs up. Jeffrey Meyer gets by Kyle.
I swear. We get back to this battle once again. Weatherholt's still looking to the inside of Jones. Not able to pick it up.
This is going to open the door for Austin Collins and Thaddeus Jackson to try to get by Weatherholtz. Jeffrey Meyer going to be looking on the inside of Thaddeus Jackson. We might be 3 wide on the exit of this.
It looks like 77 of Austin Collins says, no, I'm not going to go 3 wide. I'll back out of it.
Thaddeus Jackson dives down to the inside of Eric Weatherholtz. Jeffrey Meyer will join him, as it looks like they will both be able to clear him. Austin Collins as well, looking to the inside.
These drivers are doing a really good job here in this second half. So I think we got a battle up here. I'm going to go. Looks like Slice just tried to get around Larson and was able to do so. Now he's going to set his sights on the 84 of Ferry. Apron time. You got to watch that apron.
Just a quick update for 3rd place. Tater Bowman was able to get by Mike Lemon. Now we have Jarrett Rogers looking to work over Mike Lemon for the 4th position.
They're going to make contact right here. This is a good battle between Ashton Slice, Adam Ferry, and the 2 of Jordan Larson. This is absolutely a mess right here. Oh, wow. I knew it. That hard into the wall. Who was that? That was Larson, hard into the wall, followed by Matthew McCann. Matthew McCann had nowhere to go and just followed him right into the wall. I know he was not expecting that, and they got hard damage between the 2 of them. So that broke up that little pack. Weatherholtz and everybody's straight and single file. So it looks like everybody's pretty much single file racing now.
We go to 4th place. Jarrett Rogers was able to get by Michael.
Mike Lemon battling back on the inside of Rogers. He's not going to try to give up that spot too easily. Well, Mike Lemon is really doing an awesome job here this evening. He did a great job last night as well in our Skippy Barber Series. Really was impressed with that.
Yeah, Mike Lemon winning the Winter Road Series race at Okayama.
He pulled a Wade Hustad type of deal there where he started on the pole and he ran every lap. Just about. Well, he did lead every lap, did he not?
I believe he did.
I think he did too. Oh, I gotta get woke up. Getty Butner is still our winner as he's trying to make a lap car out of Martin Wenzel. Wenzel holding his own though, doing a really good job. As he now lets Butner go to the inside. Looks like Highline Springer's got some major right front damage. Don't know exactly where all that come from, but still holding his own in second place. Followed by Bowman. Bowman's just sitting there. No damage, no nothing. You know he can get around Springer at any time he wants to. He's just probably saving his equipment right now. As we got Jarrett Rogers in that 7. He is sitting there in 4th place. Car don't look too bad. Come all the way back to Mike Lemon, who is sitting in our top 5. So not too bad of a run for these gentlemen here tonight. Come back here in the back, we got Larson still doing battle with the 53 and McCann. Both of them hit the wall the last time this happened.
And then just behind them, we got a big battle between Jeffrey Myers, that is Jeff.
Yeah, and of course all this again is still for 10th spot as Sidears Jackson makes his move. He is trying to get around Jeffrey Meyer. Don't think that's going to happen too easily. Still a battle for 10th and 12th spot. Seems to be the best battle all night long is back here in the back as we have just made it past halfway. Ladies and gentlemen. Some of these drivers will be coming down pit road for sure within at least the next 10 to 20 laps because our leader, Getty Butner's got 43 laps on his tires, and then we got Tater Bowman's got 35. So anywhere between another 10 and 15 laps will definitely determine who's coming down the road for
Richard
tires.
Springer's in a bit of trouble. Tater Bowman gets by him. Jarrett Rogers now working the outside of him, and right behind them is Mike Lemon.
Take a quick look at that.
Now Jarrett Rogers moving to the inside of Tater Bowman. That will be... Richard Springer lets Mike Lemon by.
All right, looks like Springer was grabbing the apron right there. He gets a little sideways, moves up the track just a little bit. And I wonder if he's going to do it again. He does. Richard Springer's not really used to that low line, and when he gets down there just a little too far. So yeah, you know that apron's not your friend. Neither is the wall. But hey, been there, done that.
They're able to work by Martin Wenzel, lap car. All 3 drivers clear. Richard Springer's going to clear him as well, entering.
Getty Butner is still out by his lonesome. May walk away with yet another win here in the Winter Oval B Series split. So, hope he can pull it off. Not too bad of a run here for these gentlemen. Everybody seems to be pretty much single file now due to, I guess, tire management and knowing everybody's got to come down pit road. You would assume that's why everybody is gave up fighting. And, oh, we do got a first taker. Who is that? That's probably Larson. It is Larson. As we are now starting to see green flag pit stops. Let's take a quick look. I think Larson is getting some of his damage fixed. And nope, he just grabbed 4 tires and fuel and was down and away. Battle for the lead. I thought ATVO said that Larson, Butner and Rogers was doing battle, but it lied to me. Butner got over a 4-second lead over top of Rogers. Getty Butner is sitting back there at 0.6 of a second off of Rogers. That's going to put him about 5.3 seconds off of the back door of Getty Butner. So 5 seconds is quite a bit here, isn't it not, JP?
Yes, it is. Side-by-side battle with Adam Ferry and Ashton Sleish.
Ashton Slice and Adam Ferry aren't both new to this league, but they do put on a really good show when they come out and run. Do like to see both of those drivers run, and would like to see them both running really well next season going into our 2018 season. 19. Hey, I'm an old man. I'm allowed to forget a year or two.
As we're on our 60th lap of tonight's race, we only have one driver who DNF'd, and that was the number 8 car, Randy Baker.
And Martin Wenzel's still on pit road. He is 6 laps down, trying to get some major repairs done. Sinave down pit road for his scheduled pit stop. 1 lap down. Liddell probably coming in next.
As well as Matthew McCann in the 53 coming down. It looks like Eric Weatherholt as well.
It looks like green flag pit stops have started to work here this evening. I do not expect to see Getty Buckner, Jarrett Rogers, or Taylor Bowman to come down pit road until most of these cars have cycled through, as they do not want to be caught on pit road when the yellow flag falls.
Looks like Adam Ferry is also coming down the pit.
I'm just wondering how aware do you know that these drivers know exactly what's going on with these other cars?
It's all a guessing game.
Yeah, they have no idea that Ferry is down pit road unless he's called it out or actually saw him go down pit road. So, not too bad of a job here tonight. This race is slowly and surely coming to a close as we are working lap 64 when they go by this time by. when Butler crosses that start-finish line.
Yeah, Getty Buckner making it look easy tonight.
So we got just a little over 31 laps to go. It's not going to be too bad of a race here for Mr. Butler. Glad to see him finally getting some wins up underneath his belt. He has proven to be strong here, and not just as a co-broadcaster or broadcaster. He has proven that he can actually drive these cars as well. So way to go, Getty. But
Richard Spring is finally in for pits, and he'll probably get a little bit of that damage repaired as well. He ended up slamming the wall a couple times during that last show.
well, my pick will not win tonight here, as he is now currently 30 seconds on pit road. Can't make that up. Mr. Rogers, the man in the neighborhood who is currently our points champion leader, is just comfortable out on the track, riding around 57 laps on his tires like it's nothing, and just sitting there riding. Bowman all the way back here in the back. He's got 50 laps on his tires. Now the 32 just shot around that's Terran Sine, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Just shot around Getty Butler to get his lap back the hard way. I mean, the hard way. He got it back while on track. One of the 2 laps that he was down, so not too bad for him to do that. Fresh tires must make a difference here.
Yeah, looking at the lap times, if you got fresh tires, you're making up at least a second, maybe a little over a second per lap.
We're taking a look at Ashton Slice as he's come down pit road. Doing a heck of a job here this evening. I really wish Trading Paints would have had these paints updated correctly. So it looks like you got right sides going on. Down and away. Not too bad of a stop for Mr. Slice. Kyle Bingham's finally come down pit road. Got just a handful of drivers.
Getty Buckner and Jarrett Rogers both coming down pit road. First place and
Oh,
second
the
place.
7th place.
Tatum Bowman.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, wow. The 7 of Rogers just drilled the inside fence, I think is what happened.
While that all happened, Tatum Bowman is now your leader for at least the next couple laps until he decides.
That transition from that concrete to the asphalt just caused Rogers to really just go for a ride right there. He did a really good job at not hitting anything, so maybe he won't lose too much time. But Tatum Bowman is out for his lead lap, 5 bonus points. And come on with this. Seriously. Bowman, again, as I was trying to say before ATVO started blinking me out, doing a really good job here, maintaining first, trying to get these extra bonus points, going to do so before he comes down pit road. He's probably going to sit there and wait until probably about lap 76 or so to make sure everybody else has cycled through their pit stops.
The thing about this strategy he's pulling is if there's no caution, everybody Buckner riders that pitted will be making up a second, second and a half per lap on him. And once he finally pits, that's going to add up, and they might be 3, 4 seconds in front of Tater Bowman by the time he.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think that Tater can win this race by staying out completely. As Lemon's coming. He's still got the same amount of tires as Bowman's got. Dustin Jones has got older tires than either one of them, and he's got 64 laps on his tires. You had to come back all the way to Ferry, who is, and it's showing Ferry what in 30. If it ever updates, I'm saying it's showing him in 30 seconds back in 5th place.
Yeah, he's almost a full lap behind everybody.
Well,
He's in the middle of 1 and 2 now as Tater enters 1 and 2. But he's currently 5 people on the lead lap. If the caution comes out, this is going to greatly benefit these 5 drivers who are pulling this late pit stretch.
Well, I don't want to see a yellow. I would love to be able to see if Bowman can make it another 26 laps on fuel and tires. I don't think that's going to happen, though. We do, like I said, the top 4 drivers have got 58 or more laps on their tires. And everybody from Adam Ferry back have got considerably a lot less, as Ferry has got 12 laps on his tires, and everybody else has got like 13, 18, 9. I mean, they're scattered all over the board. Bowman being challenged by a lapper of the 44 of Josh Sleater, trying to get back on the lead lap. And that's another thing you got to worry about. Springer doing the same thing, going to the inside. These drivers have got fresh tires. And
David,
you got
just to let you know, you're on replay.
Wow. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea how long I've been there.
That's all right. As it looks like Tater Bowman will be pitting this time by. Your race leader pitting this time by. Michael Lemon's going to stay out, it looks like.
Bowman got a little sideways getting into a spot, or getting down pit road. It's going to cost him a little bit of time there.
Yeah, he almost hit that inside wall. I'm not sure if that's going to be an unsafe pit entry or anything like that, but unlike the number 7, he was able to keep it.
I don't think, as long as you don't break that car completely sideways or hit the inside fence, I don't think you'll get that penalty. Bowman with a 15.8 second stop.
And there goes Getty Buckner passing him now. Tater Bowman, as he exits, Getty Buckner's passing him. This is the advantage that Getty Buckner had pitting so much earlier than Tater Bowman, as he is already going to be entering 3 by the time Tater Bowman is on the backstretch.
And with 22 laps to go, Bowman's not going to run down these extra 8 or 9 seconds that Buckner's going to have over top of him. As we see, Lemon is still, he's not pitted yet.
Getty Buckner just passed him to get his lap back, so that puts Getty Buckner back on the lead lap, and it looks like Jeffrey Meyer will be passing him to get his lap back.
Austin Collins has finally made his way down pit road. Looks like Buckner's got his hands full if he's going to win this race with 20 to go, or 21 to go, or 20 to go this time by.
Only 2 drivers have yet to pit, Michael Lemon and Adam Ferry in the 84. Excuse me, Adam did pit. It's only Michael Lemon yet to pit.
If Lemon makes his stop, should cycle everything back through. surely he can't make it the whole way. Right on board with him. As you can see, drivers are starting to pass him with fresher tires.
Yep, and Ted Bowman's right behind him. He's gonna probably pass him by the time they get onto the back.
Here comes Bowman. It looks like he's on the inside. And there he goes, Bowman. This late lap run here has really been good. I'm glad to see that we actually got a green flag run in and pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. Been an awesome show here this evening. Doing really well here. We've only had 2 cautions for 6 laps out of this event, so not too bad. These boys did a really good job here this evening. Especially Mike Lemon. If Mike Lemon has back-to-back wins here and he wins this race on strategy by not stopping, I will really be surprised.
It looks like he is pitting now, as you mentioned that.
Wow. Lemon, I'm going to stop jinxing people. So that will probably most likely relinquish the lead over to Adam Ferry.
Yep, as he is passing him now at the line.
So move Adam Ferry into the lead. Matthew McCann second. Josh Sleater is going to be third. Ashton Slice fourth. Jordan Larson should be fifth. And Getty Butner, who led most of these laps, is going to end up in 6th place. 9 seconds back off the leader.
And that just shows you how valuable the fresh tires are. Getty Buckner was one of the later drivers to pit versus like Adam Ferry, who is one of the earlier drivers to pit. And Getty Buckner's way back then 7th, 9 seconds behind Adam, who was what? I think he was 7th or 8th while Getty was while leading, excuse me. So that just showed you how much time Adam was able to make up on Getty while he was staying out on those old tires.
Well, he's finally made his way around Larson with these fresh tires, but he's going to have his hands cut out, his work cut out for him if he's going to do anything with Adam Ferry in 15 laps. He's got 15 laps to make up 8.8 seconds. I'm not sure he can do it. I mean, all them other drivers up in front of him are got pretty much the same amount of tires that he's got. 24, 25, 21, 18, and then Butner got 16.
Mike Lemon about to get his lap back the hard way after just pitting over at.
So we'll keep an eye on the closing gaps here between Butner and the rest of these drivers, but I don't think Butner can make that move and make it work.
Caution would really change the outcome of this race. Adam Ferry with a 5.5 second lead over Josh Sleater. Getty Buckner is closing, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough with 13 to go.
Yeah, he is moved up to 7.7 seconds off of the leader. And I believe he's got a 1.7 second lead off of the back of Matthew McCann. Now, I guess the battle right here is going to be for second. The battle is going to be between second of 44 of Josh, Ashton Slice, Matthew McCann right now. And Springer, where is Springer at? Springer is, what, a lap down? He is a lap down.
Yes, he stayed on the pitch to get those repairs done, and it put him a lap down. So
right now, I don't believe Adam Ferry has anything to worry about, as he's got a 4 second gap, almost a 5 second gap over Sleater.
Gary Buckner's now up to fifth, right behind third and fourth and second even. So if he can get by these three quickly, he might have a very slim chance of catching it.
Well, with 10 laps to go, we got a yellow
Oh, and
flag
a
out, and that's
caution.
the
This will
end of that.
change everything.
And I believe that's going to be whether Holtz is involved in that. If not, come on, ATVO. Why do you... Did you see who caused that? Or who was involved in it at all?
I'm looking. Eric Weatherholt's blacked out on my end, but I'm looking for the...
I got 10 drivers in the server right now. It looks like half of my field disappeared. We're going to ride along with Weatherholtz to see what we can see before.
It was the two of Jordan Larson coming off turn 4.
All right. They're in replay. He's down pit road. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. He's pushing up the track. Surely he doesn't go in a pit. All right, let's... We'll get it here in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna grab that fence right there. Oh, wow, and he just got turned back into the fence.
Looks like Mike Lemon decided to stay out as he was one of the last cars to pit. It's going to be interesting to see on the restart if Mike Lemon's able to stay in front of these drivers with 4 fresh tires.
Now, that's an interesting move. But, again, Lemon only has 8 laps on his tires. Probably going to go for track position. Now, he's not going to probably win this race over 8 laps on his tires with the way Ferry got off on pit road. Butler still has a shot top 5. Been fast here all night long. When we restart this race, we're going to have about 5 laps to go.
I think we'll have just over 5 laps, yes. This should be the final restart. If there's another caution, I think that would be the end.
And that's exactly what Lemon is banking on, is somebody to get over aggressive as this restart takes place, and then he still be up front when the yellow flag falls. That way he can get him a win. Not a bad strategy, not a bad call if you're points racing. I kind of like to call myself, to be honest with you. Because if restarts and last night's race have anything to say about how this one was going to go down, history tends to repeat itself. Man, looks like we're going to have about 2 more laps to go before we get the green flag run in. Light should be going out this time by, though. Well, JP, have you enjoyed yourself here this evening?
Absolutely. There's been a lot of great battles, especially around the 10th place. Long green flag run. I think the longest of the season, if I'm not mistaken. This finish should definitely live up to the hype if it's anything like this whole race has gone. and I'm definitely looking forward to next week at Homestead.
Yeah, I am too. Looking to broadcast that. Can't wait to see who wins these championships here and wrap as everything wraps up.
I feel double stacks. David Lindahl is going to get his lap back, so he is now on the lead lap.
Way to go,
It's
David.
going to be exciting.
The lights are out and we are set to go back, so can't wait. It's going to be an awesome final 6 laps to go in this series here. And one more race. Can't not wait to see that. As JP pointed out, Homestead is going to be really exciting. And we do not have playoff points or anything like that. It's whoever's leading in the championship points at the end of the race is going to be our winner. Correct?
That is correct. As the pace car is ducking off now, Michael Lemon will lead him to the grid.
Lemon bring him down slow. There's your yellow flag.
There's a wreck in the back.
There's your yellow flag, which is exactly what Lemon wanted to see.
It is lap 95. I think they might have a one-lap shootout. I am not positive on that, but I think they might have a one-lap shootout.
Who was that? Why is ATVO doing this? Surely it wasn't Rogers. Rogers got damaged.
It looks like the number 7, Jerry Rogers, got into the back of Kyle Bingman on the restart.
Let's see where the action gets turned at. Turns to 35, 39. Wow. Yep. That's probably going to be a little bit all on Rogers there. Hate that for our points championship leader. That means when he goes into Homestead, he's going to have to start at the back of the pack. Is that correct? Maybe.
I'm not sure. It'll all be reviewed after the.
Well, anyway, 5 laps to go. 4 laps to go now. You may be right. We may get that green-white checkered or white checkered. Either way. Can't wait. If Mike has a back-to-back win, he's going to be really ecstatic.
Yeah, it's going to be all about this restart. If he can execute and be by himself entering one, he doesn't want to be side by side with that.
No, I do not want to be battling anybody as I'm going for this win here this evening. If it was me, I want to try to get the best jump I could get and then not even have to look back in my mirror and hope that second and third, fourth start racing for position. And you know that was a tough call right there by Mr. Rogers getting into the back of that car.
Yeah, definitely. No, he just wanted to get all he could get out of that. As you know, he spun out in the pits earlier, and he was all the way back behind 10th, where he was top 3 as he entered the pit. So he just wanted to get back up there as quickly as he can with the limited amount of laps we have left.
And you can't fault him for that either. I mean, he is points racing. He is our leader in the points. And the farther up he goes, the better chance he has at winning the championship by not having to win Homestead. Now it looks like he's going to end up finishing, if everything finishes right now, he's going to finish 15th. So that's probably going to drop him to second in our points, maybe, as Matthew McCann is already, see where is McCann versus, he's in 5th. So he's going to gain quite a few points on top of Rogers. Of course, everybody else will too. It's just going to be how many positions or how many drivers are going to finish above him in this race here this evening that are below him in points. And that's going to determine, you know, how far he's going to drop. Should double up this time by if we're going to get that green-white checkered in. It looks like they're setting up to do that. Would love to see this thing finish green. I don't know how long my mic's been muted, but Mike Lemon doing a really good job here this evening. He is in first, followed by Adam Ferry, Josh Sleater, Ashton Slice, Matthew McCann, followed by Getty Buckner, Eric Weatherholtz, Cydarius Jackson, Tater Bowman, and Jeffrey Meyer is going to round out our top 10.
If the lights go out, they will have a one-lap shootout. Looks like they do, so this will be a one-lap shootout. There will be no caution, so Mike Lemon's going to have to do the best he can to get back to the line.
Well, he's going to make that car really, really wide, and he's going to be doing a lot of mirror driving, that's for sure. And he's got the fast drivers of Ferry, Sleater, and Slice behind him. Matthew McCann's not too bad a driver either. But then you look back right behind them. Look at the top six. Or six down. We got Buckner, Weatherholtz, Jackson, Bowman, and Meyer. Those drivers are all, none of those drivers are rookies anymore, if I'm not mistaken. And they know how to get around these tracks. And the funny thing is that with the exception of Mike Lemon, everybody in the top five is rookies. Just shows that we're gathering really good talent here at DRL.
I'm ready for this restart. Pace car is going to duck off here. Let's see what happens. And Mike Lemon goes off the bat.
Yeah, he did not waste any time. And the 44 is trying to do battle right here with the 84. 84. Oh, no.
He's going to stick it down in there. He wants the spot. He's going to move Mike Lemon out the way.
Mike Lemon is being used like a ping pong ball. Getty Buckner. Wow.
Wrecking in the back.
Wow.
Oh, Josh Sleater is going to look to the inside of Adam Ferry. Oh, this is going to be a race to the line.
This is really crazy racing here at the finish. Don't have no idea.
I think Adam had it at the line.
ATVO is saying Ferry won that race. But what a heck of a finish, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know where to begin to go back and see where that all that wreck happened at. And I got to do it now if I want to get it in. So...
Yep, it was Adam Ferry at the line, about half a car length.
Who did we say started that wreck? Let's go back and check out Weatherholtz. Weatherholtz is in the air when this thing finally goes through. So we got the Cydarius Jackson. Wow. Wow. Weatherholtz just keeps getting beat down the track. Let's take it. We're going to try to ride on with Weatherholtz. I mean, cars are just going everywhere. I can't keep up with this.
Looks like
Weatherholtz. Wow.
Mike Lemon, after getting bumped in turn one, he kind of came down into the middle lane into the 2, and I'm sorry, the 65, and that's what caused him to wreck.
All right, we're going to ride on board with Lemon. Lemon trying to make. I don't blame him. He was just trying to block, but everybody just used him for a ping pong ball. And that's leaning on each other right there. That's what that's called. Wow. Okay, we're gonna grab the top 5. We're just gonna start with Mr. Bowman. If you want to pull Mr. Bowman in.
Alrighty, let's find him.
Well, what is going on?
Mr. Bowman, this broadcast booth, you have a copy?
Yes, sir. 10-4.
Wow, brother. Don't know what to say about that. I picked you to win the race. Had an awesome run here this evening. You started 5th. You're going to finish right where you started. Walk us through what you saw out there.
Well, it was a really clean race. I thought we had we caught those couple early cautions. I knew I was, a tenth slower than Getty. Kind of hoping I could be top 3 by the end of the race, top 2, top 3. That last restart was crazy. I don't normally send it, but I just sent that. I just sent the car. I just sent the DPR Chevrolet into turn 1 and just hope for the best.
Yeah, now that was one heck of a restart there. Hang on. And by you, I call you Sleeping Bowman because you're always there. You're waiting for somebody to make the mistake. If you had another 5 laps, you think you could have won this race?
Maybe if they would have kept messing up front. I was just trying to bring her home with the 0X. I don't think I got the 0X, though, because I had to go in the grass to keep from getting involved, and when Weatherholtz got clipped there, so I ducked it really low there in the final lap. I didn't know if I was going to bring it home 5th because I washed so hard going into turn 3 there and coming out of turn 4. I definitely didn't have any, my momentum had been killed. But, really solid run by this DPR team and everybody that's involved with this, making this happen week in and week out.
Well, Mr. Bowman, you did a really awesome job here this evening. Would have liked to seen you win the race, but hindsight's 20/20. Do you think that maybe if you had not waited so long to pit, that maybe you might have had a shot?
Yeah, Getty and Jarrett, they're both. Jarrett spun out, Getty sped. So I should have came that time. I mean, hindsight is 20/20. Had I came with him, I probably would have ended up in Jarrett's transmission tunnel there. But I waited, led a couple laps, got some points there, and then wasted a lot of time there just running, trying to lead a few laps. It's not very often I'm out front, so I try to take advantage of it when I'm there.
Right. Anything for him, JP?
No, fantastic race by you. Glad to see you up front a lot. It was an exciting battle throughout the entire race and an exciting finish at the end.
All right, Bowman. We'll talk to you later.
All right, brothers.
No, I'm just messing with you. Get your shout outs in, man. Get them in, get them out.
Oh, yeah, just DPR, everybody there, and Getty, Chris Pope, Chris James, Dustin, Richard Springer, Eric Weatherholtz kind of playing around with us now, and Radar. I wish I could get Radar to run these. He doesn't want to run them with us, but he comes and hangs out with us, and everybody involved with DPR week in and week out. We drive each other to be better every week, and we're dysfunctional, that's for sure.
I hear you. I'm dysfunctional too. I finally got back on my meds this afternoon. That's why I sound really weird. But and plus, I just got up prior to this race about 10 minutes before the race. So Anyway, Mr. Bowman, congratulations on your top 5. We look back here to see what you can do here at Homestead this next week.
All right, brother. Thanks, man. We'll see you guys.
And I got Matthew McCann up here in the broadcast booth. I'm assuming JP put, well, Matthew McCann.
McCann, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, you not a bad job here this evening, McCann. You started 11th, finished 4th. Was caught up in a little bit of excitement there. Walk us through it.
Yeah, early on I got a little bit of damage. I just got too close to the wall. Then I started getting, on the long run, I had a pretty quick car and kind of got caught up behind someone else and rear-ended them. Then right there at the end, that last restart, I squeaked by, got as low as I could and looked in the rearview mirror and just seen a green car coming by. I could feel it, and it never hit me, so got lucky.
Wow. Well, again, I mean, you stayed out to make sure that you were able to get away, with this top 5 finish. Congratulations on that. I just don't know what to say about, you coming into this series as a rookie and able to maintain week in and week out. Have you decided what you're going to run next season?
Not 100% yet.
All right. Any shout-outs you want to get in?
Yeah, my grandfather just found out he's in a hospital, so
no.
I might be heading over there right after this. I'm not too sure, but that'd be it.
Well, our prayers are go out to you, Mr. McCann. I hope your grandfather is safe and sound and will make it a quick recovery from whatever ails him. I know how it feels. I lost my grandmother, grandfather, and my mother all within 3 months of each other. My grandparents within 14 days of each other. So I know how it goes. So our thoughts and prayers will be out to you, brother, and I hope everything works out for you. And I can't say enough about that. I hate to hear bad news like that. But Mr. McCann, congratulations on your top 4 finish, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week at Homestead.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
You too now. Man, JP, I really hate to hear that about a driver having to suffer through, a sick family member or a loss in family. But it is what it is. Life is short, and you got to make the best of it. We're looking for Getty Buckner. I don't know where Getty would be other than Dysfunctional Patriots. So let's grab him up here and put him in the broadcast booth. Mr. Buckner, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, David. I do. How's it going?
Well, for a man that led most of the laps here this evening, you did not capitalize on the win. Do you think coming in earlier would have guaranteed you the win here this evening, or do you think the strategy that you employed was the right one?
The strategy was perfect. The execution, however, was not. I got caught speeding on pit road, so I got held for 15 seconds. So,
wow. Yeah, that'll do it. 15-second hold time and had a 10-second lead going in. Sounds about right with the math.
Yeah, no, it almost worked, but I was able to get back to third, which is a miracle considering I was just sitting on the pit road for 15 seconds. But I was about 5 miles an hour over entering, and I tried to slow down to compensate, like slow down to 40 or whatever, but it didn't work. But you know what? I came in here, and I've had a really, really rough winter series in the oval with wrecks and getting caught up and stuff, getting taken out. But I got the pole here tonight, just like I did last week. But instead, was a little bit smarter with the strategy in the middle of the race, as far as staying out and not getting back in traffic, because it's really hard to pass here in Kentucky. So I'll take the lap sled. I'll take the third place. I'd love the victory, but hey, man, at least I finally finished one without getting wrecked.
I know that feeling, brother.
So I'll take it, and I would love to have the victory. I know this is one of the few instances where I can say I was definitely faster than the people that finished ahead of me. I was definitely faster than most of the people that finished behind me. But I'll humbly take this third and move on to our last week at Homestead.
Well, shout outs, brother. Get them in, get them out. Now you got them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just got a shout out to GPR this race. So Tater and I and Richard Springer, we were in there, talking through kind of what we were going to be doing for the race. Shout out to all the drivers that show up. It's awesome to see to field as many drivers in what we consider the preseason. People keep showing up, they keep getting better, and it's a good segue into our regular season that will be starting in a couple weeks. And shout out to you guys, of course, in the booth. That's huge. And then another shout out to Andy Short, my teammate here at SGK, and I also run a lot of races with the S2R. Ryan Hesgard, Bill Edwards, all those guys, and it's just been a really fun winter, and I'm glad that we're capping it off here with a good finish, and hopefully we can get a win next week as we head into Daytona.
Alrighty, Mr. Butner. Well, good. Congratulations on your third place finish, and we'll talk to you probably next week.
Awesome, David. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Well, that was our third place finisher, Getty Buckner. Does an awesome job broadcasting. Got his hands in a lot of pies. We're going to pull Josh Sleater down here. Mr. Sleater, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, not a bad job here tonight. You started way, way back in the back in 18th position. You're going to walk away with a second place finish, and your car looks pretty much immaculate. Walk us through your race.
I started in the back. This is only my second race back with this league, and I didn't want to make a mistake that affected the championship, so I figured I'd start in the back and just see how the race played out. And I was being too conservative on lap 8, and I hit the apron. I brought out the first caution and kind of regrouped and ran conservative again and saved my tires for that long run, and started picking them off before I pitted on, I think, lap 64, and was hoping that short pit would get me some position. Fortunately, it did a little bit.
Well, I mean, still, starting from the back and coming all the way up and coming home one position short of a win, and being a rookie here in Dynasty Racing League, racing against drivers who know how to get around each other, you did an awesome job, especially at this 1.5 mile track here this evening. Thoughts, concerns going into Homestead?
I appreciate the compliments. Not really. It just felt good to get in a groove, hopefully get in a good groove again at Homestead, and hopefully have a similar finish. How close was it? Was it a couple feet? It was hard to tell from IndyCar.
I have not actually went back and checked that out, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be really, really close as to whether or not iRacing and our looking at the replay is meshed. We will definitely, if you actually want to race, as you know, we will fix that, JP, right? Just like we did with the other one. But I right now, as it stands, Adam Ferry is iRacing's official winner, but our unofficial results put you in second. So we will review that replay. We always do.
Yeah, I think Adam got me, raced me clean. We raced a couple times today. Congrats to him. Really fun being back. Thanks.
Well, I didn't give JP the chance to answer that question because I answered it myself. But again, congratulations on your second place finish. Shout outs, you got any?
Tifosi Racing Team, and just appreciate being in this league. That's about it, bud. Thanks.
Well, again, congratulations on your second place finish.
And iRacers Lounge podcast. That's about it. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, you have a great evening now. We're going to pull Adam Ferry down here and see what he thinks about that finish. And move Sleater back up into...
Hey, what's up, Adam? This broadcast booth, you have a copy?
Coffee.
Well, man, you did it. Your first career win in Dynasty Racing League and photo finish at best. How do you...
Well, you cut out there for a minute, but yeah, I was really hoping there was no caution. I did a nice pitch strategy, and when that caution came out, I never thought I was going to have the speed to pull it off, but just drove hard down into turn 1 and got under Lemon on his older tires, and then was able to hold off the 44 for the win.
Well, Adam Ferry, you did an awesome job coming from 12th to 1st. Was caught up in a couple little squeeze plays there. Can you walk us through some of that?
Yeah, I mean it was a tough race. Sorry, my car just broke down. No, it was a tough race. There was a lot of tough spots, but I was just trying not to get in a wreck, and so hoping I could be there at the end. I've been caught up in too many mid-race wrecks this season.
Well, I mean, you're going to walk away with a win. You got to be ecstatic about that here at DRL Winter Series.
Yeah, I really am. I thought I had a good chance to win last week, and I lost connection like two-thirds of the way through the race, so kind of blew my shot there. I was good track of mine, and looking forward to next week at Homestead. I never raced there. I don't even own the track, but we'll see how it goes.
So you're going to buy the track just to race it next week?
Oh, yeah.
I hear you. That's a dedicated racer right there.
Got to defend my crown.
I hear you. Well, anything for him, JP?
I don't think so. Just once again, congratulations on the win. That was a well fought off win, holding off the 44 Josh Leader. Thought you would have had it on that strategy you made if it went green, but you were able to still get the win after that restart with one to go restart. So yeah, again, congratulations.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
All righty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's probably going to just about do it here. Let me clear my throat and we'll run this run through down. Okay, our next race is going to be at Homestead. It is going to be 1.5 miles. Miami Homestead. It's going to be February the 6th. Going to be for 100 laps, going to determine our championship winner both in our A and our B splits. Of course, now the A split will run on Tuesday and the B split will run on Wednesday. Our very next broadcast is going to be our Pro Series. Is that coming to a close, JP? At Myrtle Beach?
Yes, there's a couple of races left in the season.
So we still have a couple more other than the Myrtle Beach race, right? Or one after?
Yes, sir. We have 1 second. Sorry about that. We have 3 races left. We have Myrtle Beach, Dover, and then USA International Speedway will close it out on February 7th.
Okay, that sounds great right there. So we still got a lot more racing to go here in our Winners Series for our Pro Series for sure. Not too bad of a season that we've had here. Love to see the close up on this Skippy Barbers and the Pro Series. Can't wait till next week to determine our championship in our Oval Series. So yeah, it's going to be really awesome. Unofficial results is Adam Ferry is first, Josh Sleater second, Getty Buckner third, Matthew McCann fourth, Tater Bowman fifth, Richard Springer sixth, Austin Collins seventh, Kyle Bingaman is 8th, Dustin Jones 9th, and Jarrett Rogers is going to round out our top 10. And our next 10 are going to be Jeffrey Meyer, Ashton Slice, David Lindell, Mike Lemon, Tehran Sine, Eric Weatherholtz, Sidarius Jackson, Jordan Larson, Martin Wenzel, and Randy Baker. And then we don't have nobody else, so at least not on my screen. As always, we want to thank James Pandolf and Tater Bowman for putting this league together. Want to thank Tater Bowman for our financial and our marketing aspects here for Dynasty Racing League and for DRL TV. Want to thank our graphics designer Martin Wenzel for all the work that he does. And want to thank Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez for the work that they have put into our ATVO and technical aspects of our broadcasting systems. Want to thank all the broadcasters, myself included, David Wellborn, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, Ryan Branch, Jason Taylor, James Pandolf, and Eric Weatherholtz. Want to thank our administrators, Tater Bowman, myself, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, and James Pandolf, and Ryan Branch. Thoughts and concerns? If you're on Discord, you can contact us. It's not hard to find us. If you have thoughts and concerns about our racing and would like to have something changed or about our DRL TV, hit JP or Tater up at our links below at our website. They would be more than happy to address any issues that you have. The administrator and racing control for our Cup Series last season was Tater Bowman. Last season was Martin Wenzel for our Grand National or Xfinity Series. Our Winona Road Truck Series race control and administrator was Getty Buckner. The administrator for our Pro Series is James Pandolf. Race control is Eric Weatherholtz. Hebel is our administrator and race control. All the people involved here at Dynasty Racing League for everything they do. But most of all, we want to thank the fans. We want to thank y'all for coming in and week out for addressing and watching these videos, watching our sport continue to grow here at Dynasty Racing League. Can't thank y'all enough. If you wasn't here, then we would just sit here talking to ourselves. Anything else, Getty? Getty, you're not even Getty. Anything else, JP, before I let you go?
No, sir. Just a quick update looking at the points with one race to go. In our A split, Ryan Hesgard has a 25-point lead over Wade Hustad going into the final event. And in the B split, Jarrett Rogers has a 14-point lead over Matthew McCann.
So it's going to be really come down to position of where you finish at in both of those. Maybe Hesgard, not so much, but Rogers is going to have his hands full. He needs a really good finish if he's going to lock that championship up.
Absolutely. It looks promising, but it's definitely not locked.
Correct. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our broadcast here this evening. Come back here next week, and we'll be putting on another great show for you. Until then, good night and God bless from DRL TV.